In a surprise move, the government appointed S. Jaishankar on Wednesday night as the new Foreign Secretary, replacing Sujata Singh about 6 months before her tenure was to come to an end. The decision to appoint Jaishankar, who played a key role during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to America in September last year, as well as US President Obama's just concluded visit to India, was taken by the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. This is the first time the tenure of the Foreign Secretary has been curtailed since the tenure has a fixed term. As he took charge today, S. Jaishankar said he was honoured with the responsibility he had been assigned and added that the government's priorities would also be his.
But sir, can you outline your priorities? Will the neighbouring countries be the priority? Will the West be the priority, or look east? So
yes. My priorities are the government's priorities. And I think at this time, let's leave it at that. So once again, I thank you all for coming.
Maha, you did have a word with the new Foreign Secretary Jaishankar there, but he really yielding very little at that point. But just take us through how he has been rewarded, especially after his work over the last 2 years with this post.
Well, Vedika, in fact, he has always been known to be a very dynamic IFS officer, somebody who does out-of-the-box thinking, and that has left not just Narendra Modi but also the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh impressed, and that is one of the reasons that he has finally managed to become the Foreign Secretary. In fact, what we know is that even during the time when Sujata Singh was being made Foreign Secretary, Manmohan Singh was keen on making S. Jaishankar the Foreign Secretary, running the risk of superseding Sujata Singh. Sujata Singh was extremely upset at that time and had sought Sonia Gandhi's intervention, after which she became the Foreign Secretary. Now, there were two things that even at that point in time were working in favor of S. Jaishankar. One point was that there is an unwritten sort of a rule that the Foreign Secretary level elevations come to people who have been diplomats in the neighboring countries, and S. Jaishankar had been one of the longest serving diplomats for India in China, and having handled very tricky situations as well, tricky diplomatic situations between the two countries. He had also helped formulate the Indo-US civil nuclear deal with the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and that is why he was keen on having him. Even so many years later, he's the one who has actually been very dynamic in operationalization of the Indo-US civil nuclear deal, and that is why all that has gone in his favor this time around.